Welcome to activation for the woman who is tired of chasing, tired of forcing, tired of overthinking, tired of emotionally running after the very things she desires: love, money, success, validation, safety, peace. Because somewhere along the way, your subconscious programming learned that receiving only comes through the effort, that you must prove, perform, overgive, overthink, control it, hypervigilantly monitor your life. And in order for you to finally feel safe, but that is not your natural state. And today, we are going to release the identity that believes I must chase in order to receive. So when you can lie down comfortably or sit down comfortably, closing your eyes, and if you can just take a deep breath, but if you don't feel safe to close your eyes, just have them open. But just in the next few minutes, take time for yourself. And if it's all possible, take a slowly inhale and exhale and breathing in deeply. And if it feels comfortable, put your hands on your chest and exhaling slowly and allowing your body to soften and enjoy and calibrate and heal. Allow your shoulders to drop and allow yourself to stop gripping this moment. You do not need to force this activation. You do not need to try to heal. You do not need to chase transformation. You simply need to become available for it, my darling. And right now, I want you to notice how much energy has been sent in your life trying to make it happen. Trying to make people choose you, trying to make money stay, trying to make relationships to work, or trying to predict the outcomes before they even happen, or trying to emotionally prepare for disappointments before life even arrives. And maybe nobody ever thought you this or taught you this, But constantly chasing creates the subconscious belief that what I desire is outside of me. Or perhaps take a deep breath in and out if this really landed in you, and I'll repeat this again. Maybe you have got a belief which says what I desire is outside of me. And I want you to know, when somebody believes that they disconnect from their own power, because the woman who truly trusts herself does not need to force life. She becomes available for it. Yeah? Available for it. So take another deep breath in and out. And I want you to notice how exhausting it has been carrying the emotional weight of trying to hold everything together. Yeah? Trying to hold people together, trying to hold relationships together, trying to hold yourself together. Take a deep breath in and out, because I know some of you may be experiencing a couple of tears coming down. And slowly, without realizing what happening is to you, is you started associating love with effort, success with exhaustion, money with pressure, visibility with danger, and receiving with guilt. Yeah? But today, we begin releasing that story, because you were never designed to live in emotional survival mode forever. And we are going to dissolve some of these patterns, yeah? Because you were never designed to constantly chase safety outside of yourself. You were designed to become the version of you that no longer abandons herself in pursuit of being chosen. Allow that to sink in. Breathe in deeply. And chosen. Chosen by life. Chosen by people. Chosen, yeah? And imagine for a moment a version of you who no longer wakes up emotionally chasing life. A version of you who trusts herself deeply. A version of you who does not need to manipulate the outcomes or forces timelines or overanalyze every situation in order to feel safe. A version of you who understands what is aligned does not require self-abandonment. I want you to feel that. What is aligned doesn't require you to self-abandon yourself, yeah? Lots of women do that. And maybe that's you. Because the woman already exists within you, yeah? She's not louder, she's not more perfect, she's not more worthy. She's simply no longer emotionally loyal to her fear. Yeah, she's no longer emotionally loyal to her fear. And this is where your reality begins to shift. Not when you become somebody else, but when you stop feeding the subconscious programming that taught you, I must chase in order to receive. You know, maybe you were taught in business a few years ago that was being taught so much, which I was so against that because I saw it that energetically is not best for the humans, is you have to hustle. So yeah, so you were taught that you have to chase in order to receive. And we're cutting that contract right now because we're just bringing awareness to it, and you'll be knowing that, okay, I'm not going to be doing this. So I want you to take a deep breath in, and now I want you to imagine yourself releasing urgency from your body. Urgency around love, urgency around money, urgency around timelines, urgency around being behind. Because you are not behind. You're simply learning how to stop abandoning yourself while trying to arrive somewhere. And there is a massive difference between the two, because chasing creates emotional exhaustion, but embodiment creates magnetism, miracles. Yeah? And the moment someone stops chasing, their energy changes. The way they speak, it changes. The way they decide, it changes. The way they receive, it changes. The way life responds to them, it changes. Not because they become more manipulative, no. But because they stop broadcasting desperation, fear, and emotional lack into every area of their reality. So breathe in deeply. Inhale and exhale. And I want you to repeat this softly with yourself. And maybe later on when you re-listen to this with a pen and paper, write it down. Or maybe just remember it. I no longer need to chase what is aligned for me. Repeat it. I no longer need to chase what is aligned for me. I no longer need to force life to happen. Repeat it. I no longer need to force life to happen. I no longer need to overgive in order to receive love. I no longer need to overgive in order to receive love. Some of you inhale and exhale. I no longer need to emotionally exhaust myself to feel worthy. Repeat it. I no longer need to emotionally exhaust myself to feel worthy. Well, let's go say this with strength in our voice. I'm safe to receive. Like you mean it. I'm safe to receive. I'm safe to be supported. I'm safe to hold more. I'm safe to let life meet me. Now allow those words to move through your body slowly. Not as affirmations to convince yourself, but as your truths. As your truths. Your subconscious programming is beginning to remember, because your body has spent years learning survival, years learning hypervigilance, years learning emotional over-responsibility, years learning how to prepare for pain before it even arrives. And healing is not shaming yourself for that. Healing is gently teaching yourself you no longer need to live there. And take a deep breath in and out. And now imagine yourself stepping out of the version of you that constantly chases. The version always checking, always proving, always waiting, always emotionally attached to the outcomes. And now step into the version of you who already trusts herself enough to receive. Do you feel the difference? One version grips life in fear, and the other moves through life in certainty. One version constantly asks, what if it doesn't happen? And the other version, what is aligned for me will not require me to abandon myself. Stay with this. Because this is where your magnetism lives, not in performance, not in proving, not in becoming somebody else, but in finally feeling safe enough to stop running after what is already trying to find you. And maybe for the first time in a long time, you allow yourself to stop emotionally chasing your future. You allow yourself to stop forcing timelines. And you allow yourself to stop treating your desires like they are far away from you. Because they are not far away. The real shift happens when you become emotionally available to hold them. And that begins now. Breathe it in and breathe out. And softly repeat this. I don't chase, I attract. I do not force, I allow. I do not abandon myself for love. I do not abandon myself for validation. I do not abandon myself for success. I trust myself enough to receive. I trust life enough to support me. I trust that what is aligned for me can arrive naturally. I am releasing urgency. I am releasing emotional exhaustion. I release the subconscious programming that taught you or me, when you're talking to yourself, taught you that love must be earned through struggle. So what are you available now? Say this with me. I'm available for peace. I'm available for overflow. I'm available for support. And I'm available for expansion. And now, I want you to bask in it for a moment. No forcing, no fixing, no chasing, just breathing and allowing and becoming. Because the woman you are becoming does not need to run after her life anymore. She finally trusts herself enough to let life meet her. And that is changing from now. Listen to this activation as many times as your soul needs it for your subconscious programming. Not to become someone new, remember that. but to remember who you were before survival taught you to chase. Yeah. Take a deep breath in and out. You're safe to receive. You're safe to hold more. You're safe to let life support you. And from this moment forward, you are no longer running after your reality. You become available for it. Breathe in, breathe out. Listen to this as many times as you need. Absolutely save it up in your playlist.